Because now, more than ever, we must show.
Yes, indeed, now more than ever, we must show our patriotism, our commitment to country. We need to build this place, we need to transform this place, not just for this generation, but for the next generation. I remember many years ago, a friend said to me, he's building not for himself, but he's building for his children and children. And he told me further, once he get to that point, then they will take it and they would run with it. And I think that should be our quest to build, to transform, to make it better for our children and children. My name is Kem Jones, and again, it's a pleasure to have the folks on Facebook and YouTube joining us because you know how the program is structured. We start off on Vibes 101.3 FM and 106.3 FM first, and then I bring in Facebook and YouTube. I want to say good morning to my special guest, but should I say a guest? I don't think he's a guest. He's so accustomed to being on the program, sharing information about what he's doing in his constituency, the Honorable Tevin Andrews. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Kem, the great Kem Jones. I'm doing well.
Yes,
And,
all things with you and your family, first and foremost.
Family is doing well. I'm doing well. Not complaining too much.
Beautiful. Because, you know, many a times people tend not to seek to find out how the individual is doing because all they know that you're the representative, you boots on the ground, working day and night. They can call you, you're going to respond, you're going to be out there in the field, and you're doing things. But when it comes to your health, when it comes to your family's well-being, people seldomly ask, you know, how things are going with you, how
Yeah.
things are, you know, how you're coping, how you're making it, right? So it's really good to know that you're doing well.
Thank you. Yes, certainly. I certainly agree with you on that one. But I have some wonderful constituents. This morning, I usually take calls early in the morning, 5:30 thereabout, and all the calls I received this morning, about 20 calls, all of them was to find out how I was doing. So, and I know some of them are listening to your program. So I got up very refreshed this morning, knowing that you know the people are calling to find out how the man is doing, and not necessarily to ask or seek advice or other things. So that was a good indication, and I'm happy that you are asking me this morning. So that's good. Thank you.
Beautiful. Well, let's start the conversation in terms of the meat of the conversation this morning. I have been following what you have been doing I'm not asking because I've been following it.
Okay.
You've been doing in Petite, Martinique, and Carriacou. And recently, I was like, wow, the big things, the bigger things have started. I
Yeah.
want you to start from Petite Martinique first and foremost, because I
Oh,
see you have medical station that soon to begin. Tell us about the happenings in Petite Martinique.
all right. So probably I can start off with medical station. I'm happy that finally we have boots on the ground in PT Martin as we speak, building or repairing our medical station there, and it's the first phase. There are two phases to the project, but the first phase is basically to um, repair the roof and of course the interior, exterior, the structural work and all of that. And phase two is to expand the health center. The intention is to turn the health center into a polyclinic because every little thing, they would have to come over to Karaku to deal with. But I'm happy that we are thinking long term. The long term aspect is to turn the Pitimatnik Health Center into a polyclinic, and this is again government our commitment in ensuring that we take care of the people of Pitimatnik, and we don't just talk about the importance of healthcare, but demonstrate it through our actions. So I'm happy with that, and that project is going well. The contractors are well within the time frame for completion within the next month or so. So I'm pleased by that. We also have ongoing road projects in PT Matnik, the Madam Pierre Road. That road is a very important road. It links it links the people in Madame Pierre to the people in other parts of Petite Martinique. There's a bigger project that we have to do in the Madame Pierre area, which has to do with land slippage and also some coastal issues. And when we start that work, it means without the road, the people in Madame Pierre and other parts of Petite Martinique will be cut off from the main part of Petite. So that hence we're doing that road. And while because we're doing that road, a number of people are starting to build in the area because, of course, one of the reasons they were not building in that area is because of access. So I'm extremely happy about that as well. So it's about providing access to their properties, their lands, etc. And the people of Madame P and other parts of Petite are extremely happy with the project, and I too am very happy. So after that road is completed, we'll be placing some emphasis on the main road and addressing some other issues like the land slippage issues and so forth in Madam Pier. As many people may or may not be aware, Petit Matnik doesn't have a playground. And I recall in a town hall style meeting we had sometime in January in Petit Martinique. It was a concern that was raised there, and I promised the people that we are going to look into it, and I'm going to try my best to see how we can resolve that. And I'm happy to announce that work is currently taking place in preparing that playground facility for the children of PT Martinique. So that is something that we are actively working on, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so, we'll be installing all of the amenities for the playground. As it relates to burial and what we're doing, we've repaired all government facilities in PT Martinique, like our schools, etc. And of course, the clinic is being constructed, and we continue to provide support, a lot of support to the people of PT Martinique. And of course, we have some Build Back Better homes that will be handed over on Friday. And thereafter, we'll be constructing some additional Build Back Better homes for the people of PT Martinique that are
Tell
affected.
us,
And
yes, without cutting you, because I just want to give you the time to speak. Tell us about the Build Back Better homes, because it seems as though it is different from the others. Why concrete? Why that direction? Because, people may want to know, why is it so
yeah.
different?
Yeah. So it's different from mainland. We started off with the design that mainland gave us with the wood. But we decided to take it a step further. It was a suggestion from one of the contractors. The one, it's much cheaper than the wood, and much faster. I didn't realize that wood is so expensive, and I didn't realize that there was a lot of technical work that has to be put into it. Compare that to concrete. But in addition to that, it's more resilient. Concrete is more resilient, especially taking into consideration what we faced with Hurricane Beryl. Not saying that the wood is not resilient, but concrete is even more resilient.
Yeah,
Hence, we
because
are going with
the those in Carriacou, there is a concrete aspect to it. The framing and everything like that, it is concreted. The
yes,
the flooring and all that stuff.
yes,
But
yes.
it's just that you're doing total concrete in Petit Martinique
Yeah, well, we're now doing total concrete both in Petit Martinique and Carriacou, and
and Carriacou.
as
Wow.
a matter of fact, I think Grenada have started a pilot with one of the concrete to see how it's going as well. So it's ensuring that we don't just say that we're building back better, but it's demonstrating that we're actually building back better and more resilient for the future. The reality came, every year we had to prepare for hurricanes. We live in the hurricane belt, we live in the hurricane zone, and every year we have to hold our breath, praying to God that we don't experience anything like that. But in the event that we do, and next time, we will be more prepared next time around. So hence, this investment by the government of Grenada, the NDC government, we're demonstrating that we care and that we are, you know, living up to what we say we're going to do, building back better, stronger, more resilient.
So things
Yeah.
are happening for the people of Petit Martinique. Uh,
Yes. In addition to that, the Windward Jetty, which connects the people of Petit Martinique to Carriacou, The work will commence soon. I know that the Ministry of Infrastructure and the contractors are in conversation mobilizing. Most of the mobilizing has been done. I think that they're just waiting on some few material along with some equipment from Trinidad. And as soon as that happens, then we will things are going to start rolling off. But I want people to understand that we have a serious challenge with transportation, sea transportation. I mean, our boats, as you know, the Dolly Sea, the challenge faced with the Dolly Sea, and of course, so it's only one boat, but we have some additional boats, privately owned, that's partnering with us, that are on its way to Karaku to service the Twin Island. So hopefully that will assist us greatly in transporting of goods and materials to the island of Karaku and Petite. So that is something that's on its way. We are committed. We understand the challenges, and we are working to fixing those issues so that we can get work done in the quickest way possible. But
Right.
work on the
Let's
Windward Jetty will be started in short order. I'm
beautiful.
excited about that. The people at PT Martinique too will be very, very much excited and happy for that. The Windward Jetty is not just an ordinary jetty, Ken. It's a jetty that is bigger, it's better in all sense. Because what existed before was a wooden jetty, a old wooden jetty that every 2 years, every government that came in had to repair. This jetty that's coming, it will be concrete. It's a concrete jetty that you'll be able to drive on. The old jetty you could not have drive on it. You'll be able to drive onto it, and there's bigger plans as it relates to connecting all the Grenadines, meaning the St. Vincent Grenadines to Carriacou, because we have history, long history with the Grenadines. So, we are working towards improving and lifting Carriacou to higher heights in all sense. So it's not just thinking about the now, but the future. In every single decision that we have made as a government, and every single decision I've made as a member of parliament, is not just thinking about now, it's thinking about the future. So even the Build Back Better, Kev, that we're doing is not just for the now, it's for future storms.
Right.
The
And
PT Mat, the PT Matney Clinic, we're not just building back the clinic for just now, but the polyclinic that we're doing is for future. So every single action and decision that we made is for futuristic
yeah,
thinking.
and people must also know that besides the Build Back Better houses, your ministry, the government of Grenada, have been giving out quite a number of
Materials.
materials for
Lots of
roof
material support.
repairs
Lots of
and
material support.
yeah,
And the people people from Pity Martinique and all parts of Carriacou and Pity Martinique have benefited from it, and we are going to continue as much as we can with those sort of support. A number of people were able to put back their roofs, due to the support that they've received from government. And mind you, Kem, no government, none, not in Jamaica who suffered burial, not in our neighboring island St. Vincent have received as much support. The people have not received as much support from the government. I ain't talking about private individuals and investors, etc. I'm talking from the government. This government has supported the people of Carriacou, Petit Martinique, and Grenada in almost every aspect. And as I told some friends of mine and some constituents, to rebuild Carriacou and Petit Martinique and parts of Grenada, which was destroyed, will take will cost the government over $600 million. What we received from the CREFT insurance was 118, and there was specific. The CREFT insurance is broken up in specific areas for farmers, for fishermen, for etc. 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 We ain't talking about rebuilding yet. We're just talking about compensation or support to various sectors. You understand the point I'm making? So the $118 million was just a drop, Kim, a little drop in the bucket. And the government must be commended. The government have not borrowed 1 cent so far to deal with burial response. And we've been able to manage. The national debt has reduced. The economy is stable. Unemployment is going down. Meaning, so the economy is doing well in spite of this shock that we have experienced with Hurricane Beryl and the amount of monies that the government had to find and to redirect towards the rebuilding of Carriacou Petit Martinique, take into consideration, Kem and listeners, that it's only 1 year, and all of our schools, which was damaged or destroyed, are back up and running. The final school that has to be repaired or rebuilt is Dover Government School, and I'm happy that the drawings are completed. A consultation was held with the Ministry of Education to start the process, and work is going to go in regarding Dover. But all other schools, all our clinics, our hospital, our airport, our seaport, our roads, the cleanup came. Remember, we got a lot of bashing for the cleanup, so the debris being placed in the playing fields and so on. I'm happy to report that our playing fields are now being restored. I posted a video and some photos with Hillsborough playing fields. As we speak, trucks and the heavy equipment are in the Hillsborough playing field now, getting it back to where it was and even better. So I'm saying all this to say that we have done a lot of work, and your government this NDC government must be commended for its stewardship and leadership during the Hurricane Beryl and the immediate aftermath, and 1 year later, we continue to work for and on behalf of the people of Carriacou Petit Martinique. The people of Carriacou Petit Martinique can attest, Ken, that never in the history of Carriacou Petit Martinique, never any government has placed so much emphasis on Carriacou Petit Martinique. And if any kayak is true, if there's any true kayak, they would tell you what I'm saying is the truth. Never in the history of Carriacou Petit Martinique that any government placed so much emphasis on Carriacou Petit Martinique. The people of Carriacou Petit Martinique, when Prime Minister say Petit Martinique, Carriacou, Grenada, he meant putting Carriacou Petit Martinique and the people of Carriacou Petit Martinique, and of course Grenada, first. So we don't
Right.
just talk, but we demonstrate through our actions, Kim.
Beautiful. Tell us about the X-ray machine, the equipment that arrived in Carriacou for the Lone Hospital there.
So, Kim, we had an X-ray machine before. It was a used X-ray machine from Grenada that was sent up sometime in 2020 or 2021 thereabout. But I'm happy that we now have a brand new, state of the art, better than what we had before, X-ray machine that is currently being installed by the biomedical team from Grenada. The room is being retrofitted, ensuring that the leads and everything is much better than what we had. So it means that our diagnostic services will be improved as a result of this. So I want to thank and commend the Ministry of Health and of course all the partners who made this a reality. We are so grateful for this. But Kem, it's not just an extra machine, we're also getting a lab, and I'm going to make some an announcement very soon as it relates to this lab. Carriacou don't have a lab, and as a result, all our bloods are sent to Grenada. It's a long-standing issue that we've been faced with, and this administration partnered with a private institution to see how we could have rectify that issue, and that it didn't work as well as we anticipated. But I'm happy that efforts are now being made to ensure that we have a lab in Carriacou so that our blood testing and it will assist with our diagnostic services on the island as well. So, as I
Like,
said, it's
without continue here, I remember there were big issues raised with regards to the blood coming from Carriacou and
yes,
spoiling and coming on the boat and all kinds of stuff where that is concerned. So it's good to hear that a lab will be set
yeah,
up,
yeah,
for
certainly.
that's a biggie. That's a biggie for the
It's
people
a
of
big, it's a big deal. It's a big
yeah.
deal for the people of Carriacou and Petite, and it's 3 years being member of parliament and minister, and within that 3 years they have to be dealing with Hurricane Beryl. The point I'm making is that we are committed towards every aspect of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, which also includes healthcare, and there are other plans for healthcare in Carriacou and Petite Martinique as it relates to our own oxygen plant, where we should be able to make oxygen instead of sending it up to from Grenada. But Kem, listen, it's a 20 plus year old problem or mess that we have that we now have to fix. And we are committed in fixing those issues. It's sad that we took this long to fix it, but here we are, and we are committed to helping to improve improve healthcare on the island of Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
Right.
If,
So
mhm,
in terms of the clinics, so
mhm.
all the clinics are now back up and running, refurbished, fixed. All the clinics. I think you had the Hillsborough Smart. Uh,
Hillsborough, Leicester is back up and running. Winwood is up and running. Mount Pleasant is getting its the final touches, and it will be completed. Well, it's technically completed, it's just getting the final touches inside, and it will be open very soon. And of course, PT Martinique, which is under construction. And mind you, all except Hillsborough. Hillsborough got minor, but all health facilities, including our hospital, was affected. Our hospital, as you might be aware, was down, and Samaritan Post. Thank God for Samaritan Post that came and set up here, and I think and we. But now the hospital is back up and running. All our clinics, except of course PT Martinique, which is being retrofitted or reconstructed, but they're operating. Even if the building, they're not in the building, they're operating in a temporary location in PT Martinique. So the services are still being provided. So it's
right.
important to note that.
Let's look at the police station. Uh,
Yes. Mhm.
Go ahead. You
So
proceed.
Kem, yes, so the police station, courthouse, and so on is back up and running. Again, that is some. I mean, that is something that poses a lot of threat because those services were not functional, but I'm or functioning. I'm happy that we now have those services back up and running. That's our police station, our administrative buildings, and all government buildings are now back up and basically running. After,
And not just back up and running, but they were refurbished. They look brand new. They have
better than
seats
before.
themselves. It's
Better
really
than before.
yes, yes.
Better
Yeah.
than before. So I'm extremely happy about that, Ken. We also doing some upgrade to our farms. We have two well, we have several farm stations, but the two main areas is the Belen Nursery, and we bring in some hydroponic systems there, with shade houses, greenhouses, and so on. We are serious about crop production in Carriacou and to provide as much support to our farmers. We recognize food security issues throughout the Caribbean and the region and the wider world. So we develop a system where we want to be able to be self-sufficient as far as possible, and using new techniques and technology to see how we can improve that, because there are some basic things that we should be able to grow in Carriacou that we import, and that shouldn't be. And I don't know if you've realized we've purchased some new equipment, tractors and two tractors and some other equipment that will
I
help
saw it.
us.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
actually saw it when we were up in Carriacou. I actually saw the new equipment. That is
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Farmers will be smiling.
And came, of course, and I'm up at the office and I see them leaving. They just left to plow a plot. The point I'm making is that we don't just talk about those. We don't just say agriculture is important. We actually demonstrating it, and our farmers are extremely happy, and that's the most important thing. Those tractors, mind you, Kem, was bought by taxpayers' dollars. No funding agency, just bought by taxpayers' dollars. And Kim, all that I'm telling you is happening side by side with the rebuilding of Carriacou and Petite Martinique after the devastation of Hurricane Beryl.
I also saw that project to provide water for the farmers. I think it is in Dumfries.
That's correct. And I'm
Right.
happy that you raised. I'm happy that you raised that. So Dumfries has a lot of farmers, and so there's a drip irrigation project that has been done by SIPE and other funding agencies along with the government of Grenada, and it's basically to provide water to farmers in the area. The farmers are very excited about this project, because for years, Kim, these people have been affected, and they've always been complaining about then they're not able to produce as much as they can because of water issues. And Carriacou don't have any rivers and streams, etc. They rely a lot on the rainwater harvesting.
Well,
So this,
The NNP said they're going to bring a river to Caracou. So let's wait and see.
I ain't commenting on that one. I know I never know who them people who is that. But we providing the drip irrigation system for the farmers in that area, and I'm extremely pleased. But not only that, Ken, we're so committed towards to farmers and farming in Carriacou and Petite Martinique that next Monday we are going to build a farm road for the farmers in that area. Because although when it's dry season, they have issues with water, when it's rainy season, they have issues in getting their produce from their farms out from Dumfries. So on Monday coming, we're building a farm road. I think the length of the farm road is about 11,000 feet of road for the farmers of Dumfries and surrounding areas came. I mean, when I'm now thinking about it, we are doing a lot for our farmers in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. This NDC government must be commended for the work that we're doing. So on Monday coming, the construction of the Dumfries Farm Road will begin officially. So Kem, that boy, that boots on the ground in Carriacou and Petite Martinique for
Tell me,
you.
the G Cruise project, because I realize that a lot of pipes and so on, this two, what is it, two 100,000 gallon tanks, one I think at Bel Air, one at Mount Royal.
You
Water,
came you following through those projects, man. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's
serious
good.
thing.
You're well informed, and this project this project is going to cost us in the vicinity of 10. This is a $10 million investment in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. This is big. It's going to help us with water. You know, Carriacou has always been affected during the dry season by droughts, etc. So with the two 100,000 gallon tanks, in addition to what we have in Bellevue South, it will certainly be able to assist us. And the project also encapsulate an additional desalination plant and running pipes through the northern parts of Carriacou. And also there's some components to Petit Martinique as well. So really and truly, this is a some big news and major achievement for the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and we're so ever grateful that this government and our partners continue to work hand in hand to roll out those major initiatives. But it's something important that we have to learn, we have to take into consideration though. And you realize that, and I haven't mentioned all the projects that we've been doing, but it's important to know that some of these projects take time to develop, to materialize. And hence, this is the third term. You've seen a number of them, not the third term, but third year. You've seen a lot of them starting to
Maybe you're
roll out.
prophetic. Maybe you're prophetic. You're telling us that, 3 terms or maybe 4. That's good. Love that.
No, well, the truth is, if we get three consecutive terms, you wouldn't be able to recognize Grenada. Grenada will be a
A little
little heaven on
Singapore.
earth,
Yeah,
a little Singapore. I'm telling you,
yeah, yeah. Beautiful.
with the leadership of Prime Minister Mitchell, we'll certainly be able to do wonders. Kem,
Yes.
night landing, the night landing at the
Yeah, that's
hill.
coming, man.
It's coming. I'm not sure if you saw the photos with
Are you
some of the
joking, man? Sorry.
equipment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The equipment are here, and it's not
This is
just night.
historic, huh?
Of course, it's his. Listen, for years, this has been in the making for about 30 something years. Every member of parliament that came through tried to see how they can get night landing for Caracol. But it's not just night landing. It's about we are resurfacing the airport runway. We're doing the night landing. We are redesigning or rebuilding or reconstructing the tower, to take in consideration the operations that we will be getting into, night landing operations. So it's a major project that is going on there, and it also includes the renaming of the airport to Hubert Blades,
Wow.
it was his idea. He, under his leadership, the airport came to Caracou, and they came to Caracou. So it was his doing. Every member of parliament and minister that came did their part, but it's because of him. And we think it is only fitting that he is honored and recognized for that, for the contribution that he has made towards
But
Caracou, but most importantly, the
but
airport.
folks must know that Howard Blaze, his government had a certain individual in it, and look, the team were actually honoring him by renaming the airport after him. All right, and people know history. They know
That's
who
correct.
hijacked that certain party and how that individual treated Howard Blaze Papa Blaze, and we know all of that. But we must kind of reflect a bit on what it was in terms of this
Hmm.
airport and flights. You did a very good job, and the government must be commended for getting a bigger plane. I think
Certainly.
19-seater.
A 19-seater plane, and we've managed to get a 19-seater plane. We provide support to SVG so that they can fly, and that our people have connectivity to and from the mainland, etc. But it's
This
also
was
important.
this was not the case before. I remember people saying that they're up in the air and the door opening on them and they have to close it. Right?
Well, what I can tell you what happened before. It was a 9-seater plane, and after COVID, we had no service. There was no service after. So when we got into office, there was no service. There was a draft up agreement to bring in something, but that fell through. So we had to go back renegotiate, and that's when we get that's when we got the 19-seater aircraft, and the new agreement to support them and so forth. But with the night landing, Ken, we more than likely will see other airlines coming to Karaku and to come into Karaku and so forth. So we are excited. We are happy with the strides that we have made and are making. So we move from a case of a 9-seater to no flights to now a 19-seater with flights two times per day or so, and flights every day except on a Thursday. Every day except on a Thursday. And we are now working close with the GTA and SVG to see how we can get the Thursdays slot
Yeah.
field.
Big things
Yeah,
are
so we should
going.
have flights every day. So it's a,
Yeah.
so it's a so it's a working progress, but we will certainly get there. Kem, our tennis court. Now for years everybody talking about tennis court, tennis court, tennis court. Carrick
I,
don't have a tennis court. We
I,
have a
I
hard
saw you
court.
doing a little thing there yesterday or day before.
No,
Um,
you saw me on the hard court, and the Division of Youth must be commended because they put on a sporting program for the holiday where they teach the young people tennis with our good Mr. Marvin Blaze, who is spearheading tennis on the island. That's his contribution to the island. He revitalized tennis, and Marvin is the Mario, sorry, is the son of the late Hubert Blaze. So he reintroduced tennis to the island, and his father's dream, Robert Blee's dream, along with a number of kayaks back then, the dream was to have a tennis court in Karaku. And because of that interest that has been sparked, and so many children are getting involved, and what we realize, a number of the children who got involved are performing better academically. The children that are enrolled in the tennis programs are performing better academically. So that's something that we've tested and proven here. And as a result of that, we decided we're going to build an actual tennis court. It will be the first tennis court that the government, you can say, the state-of-the-art tennis court that the government has built. And the intention is that we'll carry that initiative throughout almost every parish or so in Grenada. So Carriacou is being used as a pilot. So I'm happy with this initiative, and I know that the entire community is also looking forward and are happy with
but,
this as
but
well. So
something also is being erected adjacent to that tennis court. What is it? Is it a what? A cultural what?
our cultural center. So
Oh,
we now wrap. The design is completed. We have a consultation with our stakeholders, and after the consultation, we'll start the process, the construction of the cultural center for Carriacou and Petite. Carriacou is considered the cradle of culture, but there's no facility to accommodate or to enhance or for the cultural groups to go and to assemble and do their thing. Unfortunately, we have no institute or no building or no venue for that. So here again, Kim, I keep saying, pay attention not just to our words, but by our actions, and you would see who really care about the development and advancement of the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, because clearly we have demonstrated so for the last 3 years and
uh,
counting.
tell me about the room, the accommodations, because from all indications, nearly all the guest houses and and so on are back up and running, or maybe need some, minor support or help. But so far, they seem to be on point.
Yeah, most of them are back up and running. Those that are not back up and running yet are doing repairs they're actively involved in the reconstruction or repairs to the facilities. But yeah, the guest houses are back up and running. The hotels are back up and running. I don't want to be the one to break the news as yet, but we have a major hotel from mainland Grenada that will be coming to Carriacou very soon as well. A boutique style hotel. So that's some investment. Hopefully, ground will be they will break ground sometime in, well, if not this year, certainly next year. So we will see some boots on the ground. So certainly Carriacou, we opening up Carriacou with all that we're doing. It's basically setting Carriacou. It's on the runway to take off. So the underwater sculpture park, all the other investments that we're making, all the other investment, night landing, that you can name it, is basically setting Carriacou up for the takeoff. And there will be no stopping. There will be no stopping us.
I
Local government is also coming. The bill is now under review. After the review, it bring to cabinet. Cabinet will deliberate, and we will go out for a round of consultation. The consultation should not be long. It should be a very short consultation, because there were lots of consultation back in 2008 to 2011 thereabout. So the majority of consultation was done, but some brief consultations will be done, and we will head to Parliament to the local government bill. And Carriacou and Petite finally will have local government. It must be noted, Kim, that Mr. Nimrod, when he campaigned with the will, when he ran as an independent candidate, said that he will get. Well, first of all, it started with Daddy Blease, because in the Constitution. One of the things that he championed was for local that Carriacou and Petite should be self-governed. Then Sir Nicholas Braffy tried. Then Elvin Nimrod tried. Sister Purcell tried. George Prime tried. Nimrod tried. Kindra tried. And here we are, pushing, ensuring that it happened. We're going to get it before the election. And I'm extremely happy about that. I'm happy about my achievement as Member of Parliament. I didn't come to play. I came to serve the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. And I eat, breathe, leave serving and delivering on promises that I've made to the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
Yeah, I noticed when we were in Carriacou, the trees, should I say trees, plants, they're coming on nicely. I know there was a
Yeah.
serious replanting drive, sorry, after Hurricane Beryl, and I realized that the leaves are starting to smile again, and things are
Oh,
looking
yeah.
on the beaches as you go around Carriacou. This is commendable.
Carriacou is bouncing back. The island is resilient as its people. We are resilient, and we are going to. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I have absolutely no doubt that Carriacou and Petit Martinique will be back, and be back better, stronger than before. So we are rising. It's only up from here. We were knocked down on our backs by Hurricane Beryl, but we are rising, and rising very quickly, faster than a lot of people thought that we would have, because the experts, some of them, when coming back, they were like, "This isn't the place that we were in a year ago." I said, "Yeah, this is Carriacou. This is
Yes,
the island."
yes, and I must express appreciation to the folks who worked extremely hard to accommodate us, because we came up to Carriacou and we were, well, Kem Jones was not surprised, but there are a number of people who were surprised with the hospitality, the embrace, the love, the organization, the whole organizing of everything. I must commend you and the team. You all did a fantastic job, and sometimes you got to give you according to a certain artist. I want my flowers before I gone.
Well,
Um,
that's true.
he's your brother, isn't it?
That's my brother, Shopri Pimba.
Oh
That's
yeah,
that's that's my big brother.
his song is making airways. He's breaking everything down here and everywhere.
Yes, certainly, Pimba. We are talented. Our mother gave us the talent. We're very talented
I have never
people.
seen you sing yet.
Well,
I hope so.
you never, so
Yeah,
you don't know.
yeah.
But his gift is singing. My gift is leadership in
Beautiful.
community service, etc.
All
So
right.
we do what we can. But Kem, I must say though, I must put on record. Thanks for your continued support to Caracon PT Martinique.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we've received a lot of support from mainland and from other people, but you have been part and parcel of my journey, my development journey from way before.
Yes, man.
I mean, from going to your studio in was it Tem? It was
In the glean, the glean.
in the Glen, man.
Yes.
Can we go way back? You know, I was thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that the
yeah.
other day. We
Yeah.
went way back. We have lots of history. So when a lot of people looked at myself, Ron, Ian, and others as people and make sense in politics, you embraced us and encouraged us, and you walked with us, and here we are, many years later. And we're still going, and the relationship is still there, and you continue to support every aspect of my journey. So
Yes.
I want to publicly thank you for being part of my journey and making a contribution to where I am today.
It's a
So
blessing.
thank you.
And I understand the folks in the diaspora, they had a damn good time with that big event. And
Yeah, man.
it's amazing, that the people of Carriacou and PT Martinique, their love is unmatched, and it's the same everywhere you go. They really organized. They assisted me tremendously the last time I was in New York. If it
Right.
was for them, this thing could not have been successful. And then their activity, oh, gum, boy, if you see people. But when you look on the other side, you realize that
Nah,
every damn thing that the NNP does, he busting out there.
can be compared.
So, but I give you the last say. It's about a minute before we wrap up.
So Kem, so basically just want to thank you and thank the listeners and to thank the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique for their continued support. And you know, you are you must be commended for your resilience and for your strength. You have what we have experienced for the last over the last for Hurricane Beryl has not been an easy. It has not been easy. It has been very traumatic, and I know a lot of us are still hurting. But if we were to look back and look at where we came from, you would understand that we've made significant strides. And I made it clear to you then, and I'll continue to say it now, that no one, absolutely no one, will be left behind. We're all in this together. I'm committed to you. I'm genuinely committed to you, the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and the development of the islands. Now I'm a father of two. I want my children to stay
You're
here
doing
and to
well,
help
man. You're
and
battling well. Yeah.
and to help well let me take it after you, but you need the boy. I'm
And
committed to
folks, you must know that the Honorable Tevin Andrews, he is gifted because he has a boy and he has a. So I
so
mean,
so,
this guy's blessed.
so you have to follow suit. You need the boy. I'll tell you what you need to drink. I'm committed to you, the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and the advancement of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and I'll continue to serve you the best way that I can. And my action speaks for itself. My leadership speaks for itself, and the decisions that we've made. Though some may not agree right away, but we've made significant strides. And it's not just me, Kim. I have a whole heap of people behind me who have worked tirelessly to ensure that that Carriacou Petit Martinique is where it's are. And I also want to thank the cabinet, Prime Minister, and all my colleagues who continue to support me and the people of Carriacou Petit Martinique in this journey. It's a team effort. That's the point I'm trying to get at. It's a team effort. It's not just Tevin Andrews. And each kayak, whether it's home or in the diaspora, each Grenadian assisted in one way or the other. And whether it's your encouragement, your words of advice, etc., we thank you and I appreciate all of you. I'm forever
Yeah,
grateful and committed to you, the people, as I continue to serve you. So
yeah,
thanks for the opportunity, Kim. I appreciate it.
Tevin, I'm here and I seen a lot of kayaks. I could just call him my name. All right.
Mhm.
But Tevin, your good pal, the Honorable Ron Redhead, he has a boy and a girl too, yeah?
Yeah, well, he learned from me.
Oh yeah, he's doing well. And but Django
Yesterday I was talking to Django, you know. I say, but he finally get the boy. He finally got the boy.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's you now. You behind.
Boy, I hang up a towel long, boy.
I'll tell you what. I'll
Anyways,
tell you what you need to drink, Kev. Don't worry.
so folks, I want to wish you all the best. And as Devin said, let's continue to remain focused. Let's continue to do what we have to do to build this place, to transform this place. And we must come to an end. Take good care, Devin.
Yes.
Time out.
Take care, Cam.
Okay.
Blessings. One love.
All right, good. Yeah.